back to the daily grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to hit subscribe if you're new and hit thumbs up if you're not a baby back pickle biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Yo, God, the thing goes skitty kid pop pop, and the poop poop boom.
By everybody, by the UFC, by his team, by everybody, he's gonna play. And I'm telling you something, man. I feel sorry for Tony Ferguson because on April 7th, Tony Ferguson probably never gonna fight again. And I'm concerned for his well-being. I'm serious.
What?
And I'm not just saying that to promote a fight. I'm concerned for him because, I'm hearing some reports. I respect Eddie Bravo. He's a legend. But I'm hearing, he's going to accept. He'll be more than happy. Khabib take him down. And I'm telling you something, man. This boy is not going to, remember this movie, Can't Get Right? He's going to be like, Can't Get Right. He's not going to be a normal human being. He will be in trouble. Because if he accepts takedown from Khabib and he will take him down, he will disfigure his whole entire face. He was like Conor talks shit about all the time. Oh, I do this, and this bitch in Ireland not doing nothing, And I'm telling you, it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be bloody. Because Khabib it was very nice to Barboza. It was very nice to Michael Johnson. But I'm telling you something. One thing Khabib is not gonna be is not gonna be enough to Tony Ferguson. My prediction. Tony Ferguson will probably take 2 years off or maybe not come back after the fight.
And holy flying flipping flapjacks, Ali Abdelaziz just spit so much fire on the MMA Hour, not just with what he had to say about Tony Ferguson. That was just his real assessment of the fight. We'll get into that in a second. But he went at everybody. I really enjoyed this interview, bro. Not only did he was just speaking his mind, like, no, this dude's stupid as fuck. Why would he do this? No, his manager's dumb as hell. No, he needs to fight right here. Like, he was just speaking, like, spitting game, bro. A lot of behind the scenes manager talk, with Ariel Helwani and just stuff going on with different fighters and fights coming up and why fights might not be happening. Just super, super dope interview. So I do suggest you go listen to the full interview with Ali Abdelaziz. I mean, he was calling out fighters, managers, Conor McGregor's team, his coach. He had some heat for John Kavanaugh. Holy smokes, go check out that whole interview on MMA Fighting. But this is the part that we are interested in for this video. Ali Abdelaziz said Tony Ferguson's probably never going to fight again after Khabib. I have to admit, whenever I first read this headline, I was like, what? Is Tony Ferguson, like, talking about retiring after fighting Khabib? And then I realized this was Khabib's manager saying this. Because if you recall, Eddie Bravo recently came out and said, most people, whenever Khabib takes him down, try to get right up. We're going to welcome those takedowns and attack from the bottom, if you recall. He's saying if you welcome Khabib's takedowns, you're not going to be the same type of human being if you're just going to willingly go in there and lay on the mat for Khabib. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be the same type of human. Your face might be disfigured. You're going to be bloody, battered, and brutal. It's gonna be brutal, a la Valentina Shevchenko, Priscilla Cachoeira, or Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Edson Barboza. Hell, I mean, but keep in mind, this is also the same manager. Him and Tony Ferguson have been going at it for a while. Yo, this dude reminds me of, like, what's his name? The Undertaker's little fucking minion, his manager, the pallbearer, or whoever be talking that hot shit for their fighters. Like, this dude is spitting fire like a dragon on Ariel Helwani's show for all of his fighters. And he says, yo, I train with these guys, sweat with these guys, bleed with these guys. They're like my brothers. So of course people might think I'm just a manager, but I'm gonna voice my opinion because I feel like my brothers are getting slighted or whatever. So, but keep in mind, Tony Ferguson and Abdelaziz have went at it back and forth before, and this was the guy that said, like, and by the way, fuck Tony Ferguson. If you guys remember that joke from a while back, this was the same manager, Khabib's manager, and as you can probably assume, these guys have had some back and forth. This fight's been booked. This is the 4th time Khabib versus Tony will have been booked. It's The first 3 times the fight didn't happen. 2 of the time it was because of Khabib. 1 of the times it was because of Tony Ferguson. But either way, this is the 4th booking, and he also believes that's revealed. That's why he believes Conor McGregor hasn't been stripped yet. If Khabib doesn't show up, if Tony Ferguson doesn't show up, that gives Conor McGregor until maybe May or June to actually come back and defend his title. But if they do strip Conor McGregor the week of UFC 223, it's going to put a whole lot more attention on UFC 223, so the UFC's probably waiting until then to strip Conor, just to make sure that fight happens. Now, we also heard that from Eddie Alvarez and some others, and that sounds believable. But with that being said, though, I want to hear what you guys have to think about his comments on Tony Ferguson probably never fighting again after Khabib. Yes, of course, it's a little bit of an over-exaggeration, but holy smokes, he's got a point. Who really just wants to grapple with Khabib Nurmagomedov? Yeah, you can have the best jiu-jitsu in the world. You can be, have a 9th notch. I don't even know what that shit is. You know how you get fucking on your black belt? Some different gyms will have, like, what is it, notches or fucking loops. Belt loops. You know, I don't give a fuck how many loops you got on your black belt, dog. You won't want to grapple with Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib's got the ground and pound for days. And even though he put respect on Eddie Bravo's name, like, look, I know Tony Ferguson's got some sick jits, but Khabib Nurmagomedov ain't nothing to fuck with. My dog used to wrestle bears. No, with that being said, it is what it is, man. Let the full-time family know what you think in the comments. I am out.
It's real. You understand? And I'm concerned, again, one more time, I really mean it. I'm concerned with Tony Ferguson's health. He will not be the same. He might not fight again. I'm telling you. Khabib worked on some stuff with the greatest, Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov, his father.
Yes.
He is one of the greatest of all the time, coach. Without him, there will be no MMA in Russia. Zero. There will be zero MMA in Russia. The stuff they're working on, they send me the video every night. Fucking scary, man. I'm concerned about Tony Ferguson because I think Tony Ferguson is a nice guy.
Boom, 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 boom.
Da 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 da. It's the motherfucking DOWG.